It was a great help, and the quick and efficient response was something that was very that was something that helped me immensely, because as soon as I reached out to Rebounce, the I sent out my CV and the review happened just within, I guess, within an hour or so. Then when you forwarded my CV to the organization, I heard back, I guess, within a day. So I was really surprised the efficiency of the corporate referral program. Exactly. That's what I realized, like the efficiency and the swiftness of your response, that I would just text you and I would respond back within a minute or so. That was really only a fellow person who has gone through the grill would understand.
Hi, Kavita. Congratulations on getting a job with Changeinkk. So, how does it feel to have landed your role with Changeinkk?
Hi, Jigyasu. Thank you very much. Feels great to be joining Changeinkk. It's my first job in public policy, and it was only possible due to you and the opportunity that Rebounce gave me.
Okay, thank you for sharing this. Could you also share what were you going through when you decided to first reach out to us?
Yeah, okay. So basically, my UPSC journey was not basically a case of gap years, because I was also simultaneously pursuing my PhD. But mostly, the struggle I was going through was that once you are in the UPSC prep, you are in the mindset of working for the public services and public policy, right? And so that getting that breakthrough was a little difficult for me, which was I was struggling with, because whenever I used to apply for jobs, they used to consider me as an academia person and wouldn't reply back, which is where I struggle the most, and that's when I reached out to Rebounce.
Okay, that's really fantastic, especially when people come with academic background. Their
Yeah,
image is portrayed as, let's say, somebody coming from academia, of the academia, for the academia. And so
exactly.
here, how did the corporate referral support from Rebounce help you for this job opportunity?
Yeah, it was a great help, and the quick and efficient response was something that was very that was something that helped me immensely, because as soon as I reached out to Rebounce, the I sent out my CV and the review happened just within, I guess, within an hour or so. We connected. You made some very important suggestions to the resume, like adding the LinkedIn ID to my resume, and some mistakes that I had done. And then when you forwarded my CV to the organization, I heard back, I guess, within a day. So I was really surprised the efficiency of the corporate referral program. So that was a great thing.
Thanks for Kavita for sharing this. When I was personally making transition, I felt that every day was a little bit difficult. So it's not only about making the transition, it's about number one, making a smooth transition and also a swift transition. So transition as soon as possible, because it's very difficult to
Exactly.
sit at the home, not doing anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
every day is a little difficult. That's why we at Rebounce try to, make things as efficient as possible, because we understand the value of each and every day, especially for an ex-UPSC aspirant looking for a job.
exactly. That's what I realized, like the efficiency and the swiftness of your response, that I would just text you and I would respond back within a minute or so. That was really only a fellow person who has gone through the grill would understand. Yeah.
Right. In fact, Rebounce as such is a social venture which is born out of our journey. So, that's
Oh,
why we started our market readiness program, our applied public policy lab program, keeping in
yeah.
mind, what challenges we face in this journey. So we face challenge number one in the right upskilling. Normally, ex-UPSC aspirants typically lack content in their CV. There are no projects, there are no skills. So something which can
Yeah.
bridge those gaps. And finally, the support we provided to you starting from resume till salary negotiation, because people are not ex-UPSC aspirants are normally not acquainted or trained in this stuff.
Yeah.
How to make a good CV, how to present themselves, they present their story in the interviews, and then how to get corporate referrals. So basically, that's a game of network, and UPSC
Yeah.
aspirants are normally told to prepare in silos. So
Yeah.
those are all the challenges they encounter. That's why we started our applied public policy lab program and market readiness program, to address those challenges. So
Yeah.
basically, everything we do at Rebounce is born out of our journey.
Exactly. It does feel so, because yeah, that's that you mentioned, that people are mostly preparing within the rooms, and they're cut off from the outside world. They do not know what's happening in the market, in the corporate world or other sectors. So that's something that's really important.
Right. In fact, even those people who come from tier 1 colleges, from IITs and ITs, when we ask them, maybe you can reach out to your peers, they are a little
Yeah.
skeptical to do so, because they said from last 5 years we have not talked anything, because I was preparing for civil services and everything is cut off. Now I don't want to go back and ask them, maybe give me a referral.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why we try to do all this support.
It's a great initiative.
Okay, thank you. And Kavita, what advice would you like to give to other ex-UPSC aspirants who are preparing for this examination, stuck in the vicious cycle of this examination and trying to coming out of it? Because you yourself appeared in interviews, you appeared in means multiple times, you understand this examination well. So what is your
Exactly.
advice?
First advice would be to have clarity. Do not fall into the trap and the charm of UPSC preparation and be in a delusion that, okay, just because I'm smart, I'm coming from tier 1 college, that I will definitely clear it. That's like, one has to be practical and just make a clear cut goal that, okay, I will give my full energy and time for two, at max 3 attempts, and immediately start looking for a plan B, whichever sector that they think they will be able to switch to, or maybe whatever the previous background is, they should immediately start working on their upskilling themselves. And whatever public policy is a great field to start with, because we use our UPSC preparation in this domain. So yeah, that's what I would suggest to all UPSC aspirants, that be practical, do not be delusional at all, because this is a lot of variables are at place. Nobody's entirely sure where one would land in this process.
Right. And what would you say about the motivational industry which goes behind this, which says, keep give one more attempt, this time to ho jayega?
The lesser the said is better, because everybody knows the motivational industry is existing just to for their own profit. And people, and it's also up to aspirants now, they should be smart enough. You are If you're going for something like UPSC, you should be at least rational enough to analyze the whole process, right? Like, lakhs of students sitting for 1,000 seats is just no, it's just guaranteed that 90% of the people will face failure. So we have to be very rational and practical about it, and do not fall into motivational reels and YouTube shorts.
When I interact with people like you, I always say, Kavita, had you been on the other side of the table, your photo
Yeah,
would have been on all the streets of old Rajendra Nagar and Karol Bagh, because you were so close. You appeared for interviews. But since,
yeah,
let's say, you are not able to succeed, so no one is talking, what happened to you? All those
exactly.
motivations. So especially a candidate who came in those 0.2, 0.3%, top 0.3%, obviously they did everything. But the reality is something different. But it
It's
is often not talked in the industry. So basically, your advice would be give 2 to 3 attempts
exactly,
at
yeah.
max, and then
If you
start
have to, then
upscaling maybe in your last
yeah,
attempt.
yeah, and maybe prepare alongside
Thank you.
with your job, because 2 years of full time preparation is enough, I guess. Uske baad one can do with their job, or yeah,
Right. Because even when you give 2 full-time attempts, that means 3 years. So,
yeah,
especially when you are
exactly.
appearing till mains or interview stages, then
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
2 attempts, 3 years, which
I,
is more than enough for
Mhm.
a serious candidate, then you can prepare alongside job, start upskilling, get a job, then build your career.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay. Thank you, Kavita, for sharing your point of view, and we look forward to support you in your journey.
Thank you so much, Jigasu. It was nice speaking to you.